Simon, just would love your thoughts on the game tonight and how your guys managed to get it all done.
It was a struggle though. They were good. I mean, it was an exceptional performance from Finn and Rob having probably his best game of the season as well. We had to battle it out. We've still got some guys we've got to try and work into form, into health, and into fitness. But these are the ones that we needed to peel off until we can get to that point. We're still a fair way off. It was good to see Keifer get his mojo back. It was a bit of a while in the making. But yeah, I still think there's a long way for us to go. Defensive boards in that first quarter were quite poor. We're in sync at the offensive end, but giving them second looks, and then we didn't get that break that we probably could have had. I did like our defense up the floor in the second quarter. We were able to create a few turnovers and put a little pressure on them after they fought back into the game, and we were able to push that lead out a little bit again. But yeah, it was an up and down game, topsy-turvy. I guess it was fairly representative of how the season's been for a lot of the clubs.
Do you take a bit of pride in the way you had such a broad sort of mix of scoring tonight and had a bunch of guys give you a little bit of something to keep the scoreboard ticking over?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we were at our best, earlier in the year and through the NBL Cup, we had 6 or 7 guys who would be getting double figures during those course of the games. With all the injuries that we've had, and missing Creaky for that period of time as well, roles had to be adjusted. Guys' minutes got extended, and then some of these guys that were playing a little more started to, pick up niggles as well and have to push through, but then some of the production came down. So it probably was a little bit too much work for too few at stages, but it's nice to have Keifer back driving the ship, which is important for us moving forward. Not just him leading us down the stretch, but also just the defensive work he does. It's very important for our success.
Keifer, what's it been like trying to get your feet back under you and get so late in the season, and how good did that last few minutes feel when you started making some plays at the end there?
It's been a grind. Obviously the game, I love it. So, missing the game has been very difficult. But I'm a good, positive guy. We got great guys. So they've been able to keep me up. We've been done an amazing job up until, I say, these last couple 5 games hit this bump. But, winning games, not just me, missing different guys. And, even coming into this one, Cam's a warrior, man, the way he played today with hip injury, broke off playing with, his eye. So, for me, I just want to get out there as soon as I can and just do everything I can just for the fans, for this club, for the staff. I just kept saying, I mean, we're more than deserving of, what we got coming for us because of all the struggles we had to go through. So, for me, it's just a testament to, the type of person I am. I've been here before where it's been a lot of tougher things I've been through in my life. So, yeah, I mean, I knew this time would come where I would go out there and make plays and just get back to doing what I love because the basketball part is easy for me. So I would say missing the game was the hardest thing. But, I got to be there for my team. All the guys are, stepping up and making sacrifices. And, I have to do the same. We all doing the same. So it's been a challenge, but, man, just a good challenge for us, man. It's only making us stronger.
How big was that rebound from Ruben, that kick out to you for the 3? Because that seemed to be the one that just pushed you guys back into that contest there.
I mean, the 3 for me, it was big because, I got to find the target. This is my second game. I can't find the target, on these shots, working on getting the paint, time, and balance. The 3 games I came back against Illawarra and the Kings, it was hard to find my balance, my feet. So, I mean, that 3 for me was huge to finally get one to go down. I mean, I missed one, it hit just the glass. So, it was big. Just those plays down the stretch, 2 minutes, they could have easily taken that game. So, like I said, that's just a testimony to, how strong of a team that we are. Defensively was able to get stops, and offensively was still able to make plays under pressure at home. So, the pressure was on us, and we delivered. So, I mean, it just, it was big for us, and we just got to carry that on until tomorrow and Friday.
Simon, what's it like trying to juggle having 3 point guards who give you good production like you're getting from Kyle, like you're getting from Isaiah and Keifer at the moment? And how are you going to do that sort of going into the last stretch of the season?
Well, the guys can play together as well. They can shift over a spot. I'm really, really pleased with what Zay's been able to do. It's one of those things that's it's great to have. I mean, Keifer's our main guy. He's our QB, and it's his job. But the other two guys on any given night, if for whatever reason Keifer's not bringing it, I know that I can get something out of those two guys as well. So it's a luxury to have, but I really feel like the head of the snake has been missing for a little while. For us to make a run, for us to finish with some momentum, and for us, if we make the playoffs, to have a splash, we need Keifer playing at a really high level, and we just haven't been able to get him on the court. So, there might be one guys, it might be Kyle's night one time, Isaiah's night the other, and we'll just play it by ear. But, I mean, compared to what we've had going through this year and missing players, I really do look forward to the challenge of being able to manage their minutes.
Simon, just on Cam's return tonight, fighting through a hip injury, how impressed were you with his play? He made some pretty big defensive plays.
Yeah, no, I mean, anything we could get out of Cam tonight was going to be jam for us. He hasn't practiced with the group this week. We haven't seen him on the court since, I can't remember, was it over a week ago. But he's been working out, getting some shots up. But we brought in some new action in his absence, and so we couldn't play him when we were going into those sets. So, he'll work his way back in. With the way Zay's playing right now, it buys us a little time to bring Cam back in. I mean, he's only been gone the one game, but it's more about the training time that you miss, I guess. And with these games coming in back to back, it's going to be hard to sort of pick up where he left off, but the following week we get a little bit of a break and we can get him up to date on some of the stuff that he's missed on.
Simon, it's Kane here. You just mentioned a few minutes ago that full court pressure. I think you went down 25-19 at that point, and it felt a bit flat. Is that what you're thinking when you tried to go to the full court to just try and get a spark out of the guys? What prompted that decision?
We've had a little bit of success against New Zealand. We played them a whole bunch of times in the preseason as well, and one of the things that we were able to trouble them with, particularly in preseason, was getting up the floor and putting a little pressure on their backcourt, and knowing that we've got some healthy guys in that backcourt too. Like having Keifer back healthy and having Zay on the floor, and we know we can get up the floor with those guys and create a little havoc. And we need to be that club that grows into being a team that feeds off the energy we produce at the defensive end. And I think, we've been fairly poor defensively the last 4 weeks. We've tried to add energy by getting up the floor, but we're watching the ball sail over our heads and go in for layups. So, we've been trying to manufacture energy for this group as they're getting through the grind and getting through the issues that we've had to get through, for health-wise. But, it's hard when you've got 6 or 7 healthy guys and a couple of guys just hanging in there. So, tonight we had a few extra bodies. We were able to get up the floor a little bit and we're a little more successful with it.
Yeah, Keifer, just for you from a player's point of view, it seems that the issue defensively that Simon sort of pointed to, that it's not necessarily on-ball defense, but when you get pushed into rotation, pushed into help situations, perhaps you guys haven't had the continuity or you haven't played with each other a lot recently. What's the challenge defensively when you're in and out of the lineup and playing with different guys?
Yeah, I was stressing that a lot to the guys today. Even the last game, like I was telling Coach, like my last game was the first game back for me. So, we were really down and we lost, but I was letting the guys know that, that was my first game, even offensively, just getting my timing, just being able to spread out pick and rolls, defensively, like you said, being able to rotate, catch with different guys, just go over our schemes, like you say, with different rotations. It's something that we got to continue to get better at every day. Coaches do a good job breaking down the film. But like Coach was saying, we're a smaller team, so we got to really, press up, be physical and make guys work for what they get. Then we have to turn the rebound. So that's what's been tough for us, being a smaller team. They got Iverson and Lowe, two bigger guys. Finn big at the 4 position for us, able to do a lot of things. So we just got to continue to lock in and just, put our bodies in there. Like I said, there's a lot of health issues. So I don't know if we're a little tentative. We got to throw our bodies in there. But, I'm just preaching physicality. And, that's a big step for me, coming back just leading us defensively, if that's what the talk. When I was coming in, that's what I was trying to do. They had a lead. I was able to get some turnovers. But just focusing more on defense. We like to focus a lot on offense, especially like when we're scoring, then we get to trading baskets. So, me taking initiative and digging in and just trying to make plays and just get that energy and, bring it over to those other guys on defensive end because offensively, we're deep. We got so many guys that could, put points on the board. We're going to be special once we, start to really, really work and grind for those stops, despite our fatigue and our health.
And Simon, just on Creaky, I know the other day when we spoke, you sort of mentioned the aggressive where you thought he can sort of find his.
Sorry, hold it. Just start again. I missed. You blanked out halfway through that.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, you dropped out. That's cool. Ask again.
Just on Creaky, you mentioned the other day aggressiveness, I think was the word you used in terms of how he can find his rhythm. It didn't seem that it was there through the first 3 quarters, but he came up with a couple of big plays late, including there and one in response to the low 3. Did you feel that was a good sign for him to build off that?
Yeah, no, it's a strange one. Like I could put my finger on the last couple of performances as to, like, I know why those performances happen. Me and Creaky had a really good meeting on Monday, talked about some things, and we both came to the same conclusion after some thought on the Sunday. And when we met on the Monday, we had the exact same idea of what's been going on. And he had an amazing week on the track this week, was more vocal, found a little bit of his mojo. And for whatever reason, it wasn't there in the first 3 quarters tonight. I'm not 100% certain as to why that was, and I'll go back and watch the film, and I'll watch some clips with him as well, and we'll work out where he lost a little bit of mojo there. But that one that he got on the rim there was a huge play, the and one for us, and that's something our team feeds off, and it's something that we've missed, and it's something that we've got to create more of. We've spent a little bit of time of rebuilding the relationship between Keifer and Creaky on the floor this week. These are 2 guys who haven't played together for such a long time, and you got to build that chemistry, rebuild that chemistry, and then we got Zaya playing minutes, and it's all like, okay, well, you've got to learn how to play with Zaya as well. When does he like to release the ball on a pick and roll? And these are little things that I guess people don't, understand the importance of the repetitions that you get at our practice, and because of the condensed schedule over the remainder of this week, we probably won't be able to get them. But next week, I think that we'll be able to find a few training sessions where we can really sort of hammer that stuff home and really start to dig ourselves out of this hole that we found ourselves in.